What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips, where you already know we get it in, right? But before we get it in, and today we're about to get it in. I'm about to grub, right? I don't know what you're doing over there, but I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing right here on this stove. Hey, I work magic. Call me the magic man. You know, get out of here before I make you my bitch. Right? Straight magic from blood in, blood out. But I'm about to get it in. Last night I made some tacos, so I still had some leftover carne from the tacos. So what I'm gonna do is rewarm that carne up, and then I'm gonna add some broccoli with some butter, little light salt and pepper, steam it up over some white rice. Bang! I'm off my Asian shit today. Let me grab a spatula. Always plastic on your shit, or rubber, whatever. You don't want to fuck up your plates or your pans, because then your old lady's going to be mad, because that's just the way it goes. So before we get into the content of the day, I'm going to tell you guys a little story. Hit that like and subscribe button. Put the notification bell on all, so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I am kicking. And I appreciate it. You guys already know what it is. So I got my shit on medium heat. Gonna warm this carne up. You know, reconstitute. That's not how the white said. Hey, I'm gonna reconstitute my meat. Not me. I'm gonna fucking throw it in a pan, and when it gets hot, I'm gonna eat it. That's it. But I wanted to tell you guys a story. I wanted to take you way back. So in the Valle, where I'm from in California, you know, everybody, and I don't know if you guys know how it was down south or even further up north in California, but everybody back in the days was into the rooster fights. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, hey. I had homies that were infatuated with that shit. They had some sick ass. My homeboy had a rooster, was a gray. They called it Tyson. This motherfucker was the champ, right? They put them razor blades and on some illegal shit, but that was exactly what everybody was into. Everybody had chicken coops in their backyard. The hood, there was more chickens and roaches in the hood than anything. And I remember back in the days, one of my homeboys, he had a hitter, right? He had a hitter. Like I said, his hitter was Tyson. And they used to put these little razor blades, they tie them with like these leather straps around their feet. And it was big money, man. There was big betting going on. The Asians were deep into the game, and so were the paisas. And everybody used to wolf that high power shit. Hey, my fucking rooster got yours. What's up with your rooster? I got the guy in Negro, homes. You know what I mean? He knows how to do it. Mundo Ramos, right? But in real life, you know, let me turn this heat down because the shit's starting to steam up a little bit. Let me mix them up one time. It was going down. I don't need to add no flavors to this. This is the carne from last night. This shit is fire. Them tacos I made last night, after I made that chile from yesterday, different, right? So anyways, I'm going to warm that up a little bit, then throw in my broccoli. It's not fresh broccoli. It's the shit out of the bag. Hey, I say go get this one. They're the broccoli heads. A little butter. Throw the lid on it. Let it steam. Fire. It's healthy. So one day my primo, he gets into the game, right? And he likes pit bulls. He likes raising pit bulls, slanging them and shit. And he likes roosters. So he's like, hey, bro, we're going to take Tyson. The homie's going to take Tyson, and I'm going to take my rooster. I said, you ain't got no rooster, eh? That's a hen, eh? That motherfucker. He's like, nah, fuck that. It's a rooster. I said, nah, that ain't no rooster, homie. I know what a rooster looks like. But it was called a Banty rooster. They were the little ones. The little ones, right? His was a fucking little chiseled one. Looking like a little pit, right? He's like, we're going to take them and despice us. We're going to fucking go over there and we're going to fight him. You know what I mean? We're going to make some money. So I was like, my money's on Tyson, bro. I got money on Tyson. I've seen Tyson in action. He's about that shit. He's that one-hitter quitter. I mean, hey, I see, and it's not good. For those of you that are animal lovers, this is just how it was back in the days. I'm an animal lover too. I love dogs and all that. Can't really stand cats, but it just is what it is. But I understand, right? So this ain't for you, because this gets graphic. But it's more so what happened at the spot. So anyways, there was a spot in the cuts that we all used to go to that was ran by some Asians, right? The Asian dude was smart. He was like, fuck, I'll provide the spot. You guys bring your roosters. And it was kind of like Bloodsport, like the movie Bloodsport. Survival to the fittest. Sometimes your fucking rooster fought 3 or 4 times. Poor roosters, they're all like, all fucked up, you know what I mean? We're all like, yeah, hey, I got 500 on it, right? Not even tripping off what the rooster's going through. That motherfucker was like, damn bitch, right? If roosters could talk, huh? In the 90s, them fucking roosters were about their shit, though. They were like the gangbangers of the 90s. They were on it. Now the roosters wear tight pants and they're all chiruhu'd out with fucking funny haircuts. But our roosters in the 90s were just like their owners, homes, gang banged out. So anyways, this was a spot, and like I said, because it was illegal activity and everybody was into it, a lot of shit popped off there. There was always a lot of fights. People couldn't pay. They'd bet, whatever, right? And my meat's starting to look good. So we went there one night. And we had been there a few times. And every time we went, it was just Asians and paisas. Never no other gang members. You had to go by invite only. And you had to be very quiet, right? So we went out in the country, in the cuts to this ranch. And we pull up, gang, it smelled like straight caca in there, straight pig shit, right? So we pull up, I'm about to hit it with my meat's getting warmed up, so I'm about to hit it with my broccoli. I used the whole bag one time for my mind. So I'm gonna drop my broccoli in there. Let me throw this away, excuse me. A little salt, a little pepper, and then we'll get back to the story. I know you guys wanna find out if the rooster won, but it's not even about that, it gets ugly. A little salt, a little pepper, that's all you need. Sometimes a little garlic powder is cool too, but I got diabetes, I'm not trying to go that route today. I'm just trying to go a little salt and pepper on it. Because my meat's already got all that good flavoring in it, fresh garlic and all that. So I do it like that. Let me get the butter, excuse me. I got a little bit of butter left. I like to use the unsalted real butter. So we'll drop that in there. And then I'll hit it with my lid. Boom, and the winner is, let that cook. Back to the story. So we pull up to the ranch, but when we pull up, you know, usually it's all dirty ass trucks. You know, paisas, they just have a couple nice little trucks, but they were just trying to get their issue too, their money. But there was a couple Regals there. I remember there was a black one, a white one, and I was like, damn, bro, I've seen that car before in Atwater. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if there's some Southsiders here or something, right? And so when we go in, yep, you said it, fill it up with unleaded. But the primo I went with is a maniac. Okay, he's the Mexican O-Dog. He's the real life O-Dog. I just told a story about him yesterday. The motherfucker doesn't play. He wants to get off. He's all about fighting. Everywhere he goes, I'll take a fade, I'll take a fade, I'll take a fade. That's just how he's built. He's built for tough. I mean, he ain't a Chevy, right? He's really into some shit. So when we get in there, sure enough, man, hey, there's these Southsiders there. So we walk in like, oh, fuck. And we went, me, my primo, and two other homies, right? And the homie and my primo, they got their roosters and shit in their cages. And the other homie got Tyson. He's like, fuck, what it is, right? And so when we went in there, there's like 5 Southsiders, and they kind of look at us. There's 4 of us. So they look at us, we look at them. It's a standoff in the OK Corral. Okay, well, what's up? And they got a sick ass, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know where these fucking Southsiders are always winning, eh? Right? They got a sick ass rooster. But Tyson is a legend, humps. Tyson's all scarred up. The fucking rooster looked at him. He was like, Norte, right? So these vatos, they see, and they're kind of like, and we're not tripping though. We're not, I mean, my primo is, he's like, let's book him, let's book him, let's book him. I'm like, calm down, bro. You know what I mean? He's like, fuck my rooster, right? The fucking throws his rooster. And then vatos come up, the Asian dude's like, look, bro, there's gonna be no funk at my spot or I'll shut this shit down, you know? We can't have no cops out here, we can't have none of the bullshit. This way out in the country, who the fuck's in to call the cops, right? This is a spot too where you can get murked and just buried in the backyard with the dead roosters, right? So you don't want that smoke, pit bulls everywhere, roosters and roaches. That's real 90s gangbanging shit. Pit bulls, roaches, and roosters. Where you at, right? So anyways, oh, this shit smells good already. So anyways, the Vaulto's like, hey, what's up, bro? Is that Tyson? These Southsiders knew who my homeboy's fucking rooster was. He was like, yes, Tyson, what's up? So they're looking at him. They're like, hey, a G, homie. You know what I mean? They got a sick ass gray. He was big and a monster, right? And my boy, he ain't tripping though. Like I said, Tyson is Tyson. He's the Tyson of that shit. That's his shit, right? It's like he's Conan the Barbarian. So the homie's like, yeah, it is what it is. Fuck it, a G. I got a G on it. He's like, hey, fool, let me borrow. I'm like 300 short. I said, damn, why we always gotta look bad, right? I got you. Right? Come on, bro. I only got 50 to go to Denny's after this, so make it happen. So the homie's like, oh, this Tyson, bro. You already know what it is. So this Asian dude's gonna fight his rooster first with my cousin's rooster, who's the little banty. They're little banties, so they're smaller rooster, right? So they're getting it, and he kills my primo's rooster, right? Now we're not even tripping off north-south shit. Everyone's cool, getting along, drinking beer. There's fools doing linas. It's the north-south shit wasn't even tripping. Even my primo that usually fucking wants funk, he ain't even tripping. We're all trying to get money, right? We're betting on other shit, and the main event. So fucking the Southsider dude's like, look, bro, if we're gonna go to the death, eh? You know? He's like, because sometimes they'll fight without the razors, but when they put the razors on, one of the fucking roosters is gone. Sometimes both of them, man. And the homies, he wasn't fighting his rooster anymore with razors because He was old already. He was almost done. You know, he's been through a lot of war. But the homie was like, there ain't no way we're going to bow down to these fools. Fuck that. We ain't putting our shirts on the yard, right? So he was like, yeah, for reals. So these vatos had the double blades, right? I remember their shit was double bladed, and we only had just the regular razors. So the Asian lent us, right? So he's like, I don't got the double blade. So we said, hey, you guys got to use the single blade. They're like, nah, bro, this is what it is. So we're like, the homie's like, fuck it then. You know what I mean? Hey, Tyson's reliable. So, boom, they're getting it, right? Everyone's cheering, yeah. Tyson fucks this rooster off, bro, right? Right? Fucked him off. Let me stir my shit up one time for my mentality. So he does this thing. Damn, that looks so bomb. I'll show you guys in a little bit, and I'll show you guys the final product, how I get down. But anyways, so he or maybe I won't. I don't know. Shit, the game is real. So anyways, they're fighting. They do their thing. Well, their rooster comes up short, right? And so they have another rooster, and they're like, hey, how about this one? But it's way smaller than Tyson. So my primo's like, okay, fuck it. You know what I mean? He got the G. He's like, fuck it, bro. Another G on your rooster right there, humps, with blades now. Now he's all hyphy, right? With blades. They're like, nah, not with this one, bro. This one's still young. It's still learning. Like, we ain't trying to lose this one. And the homie's like, oh, suck a shit, man. Hey, when it was us, you guys wanted that. But now, and one of them is like, hey, ese. You know what I mean? Hey, we don't even like you vatos anyways. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that, right? Because now, my primo, the O-Dog, the America's worst nightmare, the norteño with the Mongolian from here to there, right? Said, what'd you say, Ene? Right? Soon as he said the word Ene, another Southsider jumped up. He was like, this A-Town, that's it, right? And I was like, oh, fuck. Here we go. Right? Double up, right? Snatched him. Now we're fighting. Now you got roosters, roaches, pit bulls, Asians, paisas, sureños, norteños, everyone going at it. It was like it was like the movie Roadhouse. It was like a melee in there, right? An Asian dude was talking to paisa and didn't even know they couldn't understand each other. This vato spoke Vietnamese, this vato spoke Spanish. They were both saying they don't want no problems, and they were punching each other. It was crazy, right? We're getting off, boom, 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 and there's more of them than us. So they're kind of teaming up a little bit. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. Tyson still had the razor on him, and he's going crazy. He's slicing fucking fools up. I'm like, oh shit. People are getting whacked by a rooster, right? Anyways, some vato goes, runs to his whip, pop, 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 pop. One of them fools, right? Southsiders. And immediately, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm on the yard. I'm in the dirt. And he's bucking. Boom, 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 boom. He's not shooting at anyone. He's just shooting up in the air, right? They all take off running because we all stop. Everyone's like, oh, fuck that, right? This Asian dude comes out with a whopper. Because them dudes all jump in their whips. They jump in they had two cars. They had two Regals, right? They jump in them and they're jamming. And the Asian homie's just dumping. And they're fucking, they left their rooster and everything. I remember the homie took it. He's like, fuck, I'm taking this rooster. Fuck them mother ratas, eh? Right? And then the Asian guy got mad. He was like, hey, why'd you disrespect him? My crazy ass cousin was like, nah, that fool started it and whatever, right? And my cousin, this is the cool part about it. In the middle of the fight, he lost a towel. It was in a rubber band. It fell out of his pocket. So, hey, true story. So them vatos left, right? So everyone's still there, and the Asian dude's like, hey, look, these vatos are probably going to come back. So, because they're friends of my brother, so we're going to shut this shit down for the night. I'll let you guys know if it's cool. And I'm already telling my primo, like, hey, we ain't coming back out here, fool. These fools are going to come thick. If we come out here, we're coming out here thick too. Fuck that, right? So that's when my fucking, my boy's like, hey, fool, I dropped that G. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, bro. He was like, that G I just won. I got my money, but I was like, you better have my money too. I lent you 300. I need that, right? He's like, no, I got you, but fuck, right? And people are starting to get in the cars, and my primo came out like this. Real talk. He got that shit from the Asian. He was like, hey, everybody, get against the wall. You about to feel me, right? Hey, how about the smallest, littlest, ugliest bison you ever seen in your life had the thou out right here? Cheeked. He had it in between his shit, right? He was trying to get it. My primo was like, took it right out his ass. Wes Watson shit smelled like straight caca, right? He was like, right? Oh, shit, I'm going to get mines. And we wiggled out of there. Moral of the story is, we ended up coming up on 1,000. Fight wasn't that bad. No one was leaking. No one was fucked up. If anything, we got it. We won that one, right? But it's cold because in the 90s, back in them days, there was a lot of illegal operations going on. There was a lot of people doing that shit, you know. And I remember we used to hit a lot of spots, man. Tyson done did his thing. I remember when Tyson ultimately did die, man. He got in a fight. He did a fight without the blades, and he was just too old, man. I said, damn, bro, you ran around. And this is the cool part about it. My boy, you would think, hey, this was his pride and joy. Won him hella money, you know. He loved that bird, man. That motherfucker, hey, threw him right in the garbage. I was like, you a cold motherfucker, right? But anyways, yeah, so that's a true story that really happened. You know how, and now I'm older and I think about this, you know, the past times and how everybody was into it. It was like the thing to do, especially in the Central Valley. I don't know, in the Bay Area, not really, I don't think. I don't know, maybe. But in the Valle, it was kind of like what they do now with pit bulls and I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. But I know there was a lot of money in it, man. There were some big bettors. People were making money. Yeah, you guys want to see this shit? I'll show you what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? It's hood shit, but it's good shit. Let me show you. You see it? Yes, indeed. Yeah, I wrote graffiti on the bus. There's the carne with that. So I'm trying to do my thing. Anyways, I appreciate all the support I've been getting on these videos. You know, we talked to the Asian, you know, because he was the homie. We talked to him later on. The Southsiders never came back. They were his brother's friends. His brother wasn't even there. And like I said, there was other times where I went where we actually ran into regular Southsiders. There was no issues, no problems. But this one, I mean, it was, you could tell, it was bound to be problems. It seemed more so like when we ran into dudes from A-Town, there was always funk. Because them Vatos were about their shit, man. And there was a hatred there. And even though we sometimes try to do business and try to be like, it just never happened. It never materialized. There was always some funk. Now me, one good thing about being with me was there was plenty of times where the homies had issues with dudes from A-Town, but I would be there and I would kill it because I knew all them Vatos. And the reason I knew the older ones, not these youngsters now, but the reason I knew them was because my primo was one of the founders of A-Town back then. He hung around with Max and Sal Flores. Rest in peace to Sal, man. These were good gente, man. That were the founders of A-Town. And my primo was right there with them, you know. I remember when they transitioned from Crips to Southsiders, so that's facts, 100%. No matter what anyone says, I was there. So, you know, having familia that knew, you know, their familias and shit, it was always good. They see me and they'd be like, oh, they knew who my primo was. And sometimes there would be passes, but there was always rules. Even with my primo, and the rules were like, hey, on the streets, you're on your own, homie. In the houses, like family houses, yeah, it's cool. But on the streets, it is what it is. And there was plenty of times where my primo, one time I had introduced my primo to a homeboy. My homeboy was doing big things, right? And my primo was doing his thing at that time. And so one time I called my primo like, hey, fool, where you at? Come swoop me up. He's a Southsider too, Sureño, right? He's not even a Southsider, he's a Sureño, right? I'm like, hey, Prims, come swoop me up. Fuck it, eh? He's like, all right, I'm gonna come through. And he pulls up, he got my homeboy from my neighborhood in the car with them. They're bumping and shit. Bumping Little Rob. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. I'm like, oh, hell nah. My homeboy's like, don't tell anyone, don't tell anyone. I'm like, fuck you guys, right? And we went to McDonald's and got us a McDouble. Anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna cook this food, man. It looks good. The carne, I'm gonna put some arroz on. If you don't know how to make white rice, refer to any channel. It's there, right? And I'm gonna pour this over the white rice and pobre si. I'm gonna smash this faster than a rabbit gets fucked or that Wes Watson Hoops fake paperwork. And you already know what it is. With that being said, man, make sure that you tap in with Gunners Collective TV if you're not subscribed to. That's my main channel. This is my smaller channel, but you're gonna get the same type of stories. This one, I just like to tell a story and reminisce while I make food. That's what I do here. That's kind of the lane I'm in here. With that being said, move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming, and remember at the end of the day, it was on back then. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me know some of your stories. Let me know if you guys were into the rooster fights and all that. And for the people that are going to talk shit, oh, you guys are so mean to animals. That's good. Fuck it, hey, we're gangbangers. What do you expect? You know, we were stupid. And that's just how it was. And in that fashion, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I honestly and truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. So I'm going to cook my food, I'm going to eat, and I hope you guys have a great day. This is The Gun. Bang, bang.